Many of you in this room represent excellence in STEM, not just in North Carolina, but around the country. In North Carolina, we have a rich history of STEM economic development. We have a history of risk-taking in North Carolina. Fundamentally, that risk-taking in North Carolina has been seeded by collaboration. Collaboration among policymakers, educators, and business leaders. That has driven innovation in North Carolina for the last 50 years. It's been our collaborative spirit. Don't build another STEM program. Build a process that gives resources to communities that allows those communities to take advantage of their uniqueness and build upon the STEM economy in their community and bring that experience to their children. And that's exactly what we've done. We cannot continue to line them up in a classroom and give them staid information. They have to interact with the world. They want the world to be greener. They want the world to be more responsible. Only by crafting education from a community base up are we going to be able to deliver that education.
And I applaud you for providing a replicable model that can be expanded throughout the state. I not only applaud what you do, I applaud the way you are doing it by bringing people together, and I thank you for that. We all know that it's a new day. It's a new day in the economy. Everybody has technology on their mind. Even little Johnny, who was in Sunday school, 4 years old, they're teaching the Lord's Prayer. They knew something was off. They finally separated them out, and there was little Johnny. And he was supposed to say, "And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil." And little Johnny was saying, "Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from email." So it is indeed a tech world, and there is no question that we face global competition. We all know that there is global competition, and where I come from, everybody's talking about, well, the manufacturing jobs have gone offshore. That is true, but it's not just in manufacturing. You all know that. It's in IT. It's in accounting, it's in engineering, it's in reading x-rays and radiology. It's a new day, and we've got to be able to compete.
So in thinking about in why North Carolina has always been a place of innovation and a place for advancement. The right intermediary, the right host, the right thought partner had to be there for sure. Right, we run the risk in any kind of transformation, whether that is associated with education, that it becomes about the system and about the adults in the system, not about the youngsters, and understanding how to engage them and understanding how they learn. And while the human brain has not changed, the environment has, the ecosystem has. So it's very important for us to be connected to how our children are engaged and where their lives are right now. The other thing is that they are starting to understand the value of each other. So the territoriality seems to be waning, and I'm starting to see little signs of this around, is that the communities will never make a decision independently. And that is, they will always know where to go as a collective, that there's less risk in bringing it to the collective, and that the education systems begin to see themselves as possible innovators, but not alone in it. And that wherever the resources come, it becomes a community endeavor, and that the students and families begin to think that way. They'll be so competent unto themselves that they can begin to bring what they do well to other communities within the state, around the region, throughout the country. And therein lies the strength for our country. In the end, it isn't really North Carolina or Washington State or Virginia or wherever. It is all of us together. And there's going to be an optimization, and we know that North Carolina is going to be one of the leaders.